Good morning, everybody. This is Mike Lung over at Allendale's trading floor. It is Thursday, August 6th. Starting the day off with pretty neutral markets at this point. Beans starting to move a little bit higher after the export sales that just came out. A little bit above the top end expectations for not only beans, but slightly above expectations for oil as well. So looking good on that end of things across the board. Other than that, was but pretty neutral report. Corn came in right in between expectations. So not a ton. I will continue to watch what we have progressing during the month of August for weather to really give us what we're going to be trading for the supply side of things before we can really get that good focus on what the demand side of the picture has in store for us for the upcoming year. New crop sales are running well ahead, or running ahead of usual. I think it's 6 or 7 years we're outpacing for corn exports at this point in time. Obviously, there's a ton left of the year for new crop exports, but as of right now, sitting pretty well. So we might be finally turning that corner, might finally be able to chip away at some of these supplies, but we have to get through the actual supply portion of this equation before we can focus on what the demand side has in store for us. So we'll be focusing on that over the next couple of weeks, watching weather maps, seeing what kind of rain we're getting, what kind of heat we're going to be looking at here going into the end of the month. But other than that, still watching China relations. China still vowing retaliation on U.S. measures. U.S. China with the whole TikTok and everything in between there, not looking too great, but we're about the same boat as we've been in for the last 3 years. They're buying, not looking too great. So until we see that buying fall of the equation, you can remain pretty neutral on the China side of things, at least until we get further and further in season, especially with stories continuing to flow out about supply concerns out of China with them selling state reserves, with the video that came out with moldy corn. So all of that in between. Got a nice breakout on the crude yesterday, broke above the 200-day moving average before retreating back below it. Shows that we could be looking at a potential downturn with summer getting closer and closer to being behind us, typically when we get the most demand out of our oil. So lots to be watching. If you guys ever have any questions about what I have to say here, please give me a call at my direct line, 815-578-6177. This is Mike Lung. You guys have a great one.